Welcome, paparazzi fans! Welcome back to our YouTube channel. So we did on Facebook a voting on what you guys wanted to see this week, and it was either
franchise opportunities
or why we don't shave down double-coated breeds. And we have our assistant Booga here, who so that means we're going to talk about double-coated breeds. So why we don't shave down double-coated breeds.
Well, one of the main reasons we don't shave down the double-coated breeds, I'll talk a little bit about top coat. Dogs that are double-coated breeds have two coats. They have what we call a top coat and they have an undercoat. The undercoat is the coat that literally sheds. Oops.
Look, back up, but
sheds all over when, you know, that seasonal time of year. And what ends up happening, I'm moving my glass. What ends up happening is if you shave off the top coat of the dog, you've basically taken off their protection. They actually need to have that top coat to protect themselves and help insulate themselves against both heat and cold. So a lot of times we hear people go, oh, well, I shave my dog all the time, but I keep it inside, so it doesn't matter. And it really does, because the top coat also helps to regulate body temperature. So even if you're keeping the dog indoors because you think you're worried about it getting sunburned, which is another issue, they still can't properly regulate body temperature. We have also found that over time, by continuing to do so, they can develop a condition called alopecia, which is usually secondary to some form of thyroid problem. Usually once we run a test, when we see dogs' hair not coming back, usually that means that they usually have an underlying thyroid condition and now need to be placed on medication. So one of our things that we don't do is shave down the double-coated breeds.
And it's actually in our policy. So
yeah,
we've had people go, hey, we'll pay you XYZ amount of money if you shave down our dogs. We still won't do it.
No.
It's against everything we believe in. We want what's in best interest for every single one of the pets that we groom, regardless of money, regardless of time. You know, we just want to do what's best for them. And
right.
if it's going to damage them, we won't do it.
Right. And one of the things is when I worked at a veterinary hospital, just a quick story, we had quite a few clients that had come in at some period of time wanting their dog shaved, and I used to refuse the service there. I had the option. And one time the veterinarian asked me, why do you not do these dogs? They mentioned that they take them somewhere else because you refuse to shave them. And I, of course, went into my spiel, and I explained to the vet, I said, let's start keeping track of these dogs that are being groomed, being shaved elsewhere over a period of time, and let's see what medically ends up going on with these dogs over a period of time. And sure enough, we had quite a few clients that came in that had been getting the dogs shaved down elsewhere. A lot of golden retrievers, a lot of chows and things like that. And they were all starting to come in years later with secondary health conditions, mainly thyroid. And that's when it actually opened his eyes, because he never once associated, because vets don't know anything about grooming. That's not something usually they study. Yeah. And so there was a definitely direct correlation between the two things. And he finally realized that over time. It was like our own little personal in-house study of quite a few clients that were being shaved down that were not being shaved down by me. And sure enough, later on in life, these were hypothyroid dogs with thyroid conditions and needing to be on medication. So it's just against our policies, something we don't do.
Do you want to maybe touch on like what's considered a double-coated breed? Because a lot of people think it's just chows, shepherds. What are some ones that we get that are actually considered double-coated breeds?
Well, there's hair and fur. So fur is something that generally sheds. And there are breeds of dogs, like in the terrier family, that people hand strip and we get like an undercoat and we thin out the coat. They can be shaved. They don't develop this type of condition. Does it ruin their coat for the show ring? Yes. So generally they can still be bladed and can still be in a pet clip. However, I don't really classify them as a true double-coated breed. When I'm talking double-coated breeds that we don't shave down, those would be chows, golden retrievers, German shepherds, Labrador retrievers, pugs, anything that sheds that secondary downy
and
coat.
Just labs. I mean,
that's why I said Labrador retrievers.
Oh,
We don't shave those down. People usually say, well,
I've been doing it for years.
I've been doing it for years. Or the biggest complaint, I always ask them why. I said, well, why do you feel the need to shave them down? I would like to know their why. And usually they're telling me, well, they shed. Yep, they shed. So all I can say is for people that are looking to purchase a dog, if dog hair is an issue for you, if you do not like dog hair, please get yourself a dog that doesn't shed. The secondary problem with that is you're going to get a dog that's going to require a grooming responsibility, anywhere from 4 weeks, 6 weeks to 8 weeks for a haircut. So continuous hair growth is a dog that requires a haircut. So if you don't like dog hair in your house and it bugs you and you don't like sweeping and vacuuming every single day, don't buy a double-coated breed dog. This step is basically the conditioner. I've already washed him. And so I'm just going to put a bunch of conditioner on the coat. And while he's in the tub and nice and wet, I'm going to actually use the brush to help rid the dead coat. He's shedding a little bit. He's had a couple baths during this de-shedding part. But if this really helps to get the dead coat out while they're in the tub, it's less hair for us to have to breathe in. And everything.
Today's rescue pet of the day, Mr. Toro, is adoptable through AZ Canine, located in Arizona. Toro made his way to the rescue family 4 years ago when he came to them as a 9-month-old puppy. They first met him, he was younger. Based on his size, he looked about 3 or 4 months, but his teeth told a different story. Toro's growth was stunted as a puppy because of an underlying condition that his former owners didn't know and didn't manage, and malnutrition stunted his growth. Toro has megaesophagus, a condition where essentially his esophagus is non-functioning. Toro has to eat sitting up on a Bailey chair twice a day for 30 minutes and cannot have access freely to water. His condition is easily manageable with routine and love. They have cared for him for years with success here at the rescue. He is a healthy, stout boy who they take a lot of pride knowing that his disability doesn't define who he is. He loves to play with toys and his puppy friends, go on walks, and cuddle the ones he loves. He is special, and we know one day the perfect home will find him. Toro could go into a home with other dogs and kids. We are unsure about cats, and we recommend no small children simply because his diet and care routine is fairly strict, and it is hard to control what small kids might leave out to offer Toro. I mean, how could you not want to share your food with Toro? Toro has so much love to give with that big, beautiful heart, sweet soul, and beautiful pity smile. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Hit that bell. That way you get notifications every time we post a video. Make sure to share on Facebook. We would love to have new followers and new subscribers. Also, leave your nice comments below and recommend anything recommend anything you would like us to see as well on future videos. We hope you have a fantastic paparazzi day. Bye.